Why do some products succeed while others fail? Consumers are unwavering when it comes to making decisions. These days, about half of all new products launched on the market fail. After a few years, no one remembers that they ever existed. With the right packaging, however, your products will sell better. Form, appearance, and information are what really count when consumers are deciding what product to buy. Decisions are made at lightning speed, often so quickly that the consumer is not even aware of the factors that he or she is taking into account. By running consumer tests on your packaging during the development process, you can be more sure of success. It makes financial sense. Tests cost only a fraction of the cost of failure. Just imagine being able to measure the unconscious. That's what we can do. Today, the Packaging Media Lab is Europe's most modern test laboratory for eye tracking. The consumer's eye movements in front of the store shelf are recorded and can then be analyzed in order to develop the packaging that consumers find most attractive. Studies show that if your packaging gets 2 seconds of your customer's attention, you are on the right track. If the consumer then picks it up, you are nearly home free. The chances are now 80% that he or she will make the purchase. At our laboratory, you can test whether or not your packaging really catches the customer's attention. The Packaging Media Lab is located in one of the largest shopping centers in Sweden, attracting more than 8 million visitors a year who are in a mood to spend money. If you want to find consumers, you've come to the right place. Our surroundings are clear proof that packaging is something that gets people involved. The facilities offered in the Packaging Media Lab are unique. There are close connections between our tests and consumer research conducted at some of the world's best-known research centers in this field. Our technical equipment is top quality. Close cooperation with our supplier means that we can always offer the latest analysis tools for measuring consumer responses to packaging. We develop in parallel, and we make sure to stay at the forefront of developments. Let us give you an example of an investigation. The tools are configured according to the respondent's eyes, and we record what they are looking at. The packaging we want to test in this case is placed on a store shelf and is reproduced. A virtual representation of the store shelf is projected on the wall in front of the respondent. The distance and the size of the packaging are adjusted in order to give a realistic impression at a 1:1 scale. All the eye movements made by the respondent during the test are recorded. We can see the results immediately. The blue flow reveals the eye movements across the shelf and which packaging the respondent has looked at. The next analysis shows the exact sequence in which the various packages attracted the respondent's interest and for how long they looked. Finally, we can combine the information and study what are known as the hot spots on the shelf or the packaging. The green fields show where people have looked. The yellow fields show that the respondents spend a little more time here than on other places, and the red fields reveal which packaging or details really attracted attention. After the eye tracking test, we follow up with traditional research methods, surveys, discussions in focus groups, or in-depth interviews. In that way, we can offer a complete analysis based on a combination of research methods. This offers you a reliable and comprehensive picture. As you can see, we study the eye tracking results for each individual respondent and analyze the behavior behind this. But even more interesting is the next stage, where we put together the results from many different respondents. Now you will find out how your packaging works and why. Based on this information, you can then go on to the next stage of the development process. The eye tracking equipment is portable. This means that it can also be used on-site in a store. You can test your packaging in a realistic environment with all the challenges that packaging are exposed to in an environment like that. International brand owners, designers, and other key people all make their way to the Packaging Media Lab. They have all understood that successful packaging development must be based on consumer behavior. Here, we measure and analyze both the unconscious as well as the conscious factors by using eye tracking as well as traditional research methods. We know that guessing means running the risk of failure, but choosing to test gives you a much better chance of winning the battle of the store shelf. Welcome to the Packaging Media Lab.